And back on Talk of the Town, and one of the things that I really love about this show is that we cover so many different topics and we bounce around a lot. I never thought I'd be covering this one, and that's scuba in Madison, Wisconsin. Now, if we were in Florida, if we were in Key West, I'd say, yeah, it's a pretty natural topic to talk about. But in Madison, it seems a little bit different. We bring in JoAnn Hoffman, who's with us from Madison Scuba. And JoAnn, tell me, how did you become a scuba instructor?
I started actually in scuba because of my daughter, who I sent to Girl Scout camp for scuba. And she came back and said, Mom, you have to get certified so we can go together. And first time in the water, I came up and my eyes opened and I said, this is for me.
Really?
And it was just kind of from there on.
Yeah, because I'm guessing, so going and doing scuba in Madison, like I'm picturing like scuba diving in Lake Monona or Lake Mendota. Is that what you do? Because I'm guessing you can't see too much if you do it that way.
If I want to dive more than once or twice a year, yeah, I have to dive around here.
Okay.
Different times of the year, the water is actually pretty clear.
Really? Okay.
All of last year, Devil's Lake was like diving in an aquarium. And the great thing about Devil's Lake is the fish, who are so used to divers, and they follow you and they look at you and they turn around and say, hey, hurry up, you're lagging behind, kind of thing. So it's just a great experience there.
I'm no scuba diver, but I know in Devil's Lake you can open your eyes like a swimming pool and see underwater, and it's just so great to go there. Absolutely. So being a scuba instructor, what do you like most about being a scuba instructor?
I like meeting the people. I like that look on their face when in their mind they said, I can't possibly breathe underwater, and they come up the first time in the pool and go, that was awesome. That's what I like the most.
I bet. So does Madison Scuba then only cater to divers, or is it for people that are trying it out for the first time as well?
We do something called a try scuba, which is just come to the pool, we supply all the gear, and you just give it a try. All we do is a couple of safety things, like we teach you how to get a little bit of water out of your mask, how to clear your regulator, and then we just let people play in the deep end of the pool. We do it in the Sun Prairie pool, so it's a 12-foot deep pool. It's a saltwater pool, so it's a pretty great experience.
Yeah, I bet you it would be. The only thing I know about scuba, and I've never tried it, is watching Family Ties and back in the day. And Mallory had to remember that it meant self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Things have changed since then. Yes.
Yeah, I know the acronym. How old, young can you be? I mean, can you start as a kid and learn scuba?
Absolutely. In order to be certified as a scuba diver, you have to be at least 10 years old. That's a junior open water diver. The 10 and 11-year-olds have a depth restriction. They can only go 40 feet, and they have to go with a certified adult. We just really don't want to send two 10-year-olds out by themselves.
Yeah, sure.
And then all the way up to, we've certified people in their 70s.
Wow.
As far as the tri-scubas, since it's in a pool environment and it's very controlled, we can go as low as 8, but they have to stay in the shallow end of the pool because of the pressure and little tiny ears and clearing things and just safety issues.
Absolutely. So what is Madison Scuba doing in connection with Take a Stake in Our Waters?
We feel it's really important to give back to the underwater community that we love and dive in. So for quite a few years now, we've done a cleanup dive at the Monona Terrace in connection with Take a Stake in Our Waters. So they have all sorts of people that go along shorelines, go in marshes, those kinds of things, and they clean up. We can go underwater. It's amazing what we find off the Monona Terrace.
Really? Okay. Couple of the crazier things that you found.
Probably the craziest thing we found, and that was one of the first couple years, is they started pulling up this big tarp wrapped in chains. And I was watching it because I was a shore person, and we started going, is there going to be a body in there?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
And it ended up being a landscape tarp that just kind of slid off. But last time we were there, we found a table and 6 chairs from the Monona Terrace, a wine bottle, and 2 wine glasses that were not broken at all.
Wow.
So I could have had a party.
Right, there you go. Just go ahead and set it all up. I've heard there's airplanes down there. I mean,
That's in Lake Mendota.
That's Mendota, okay.
Yeah, Monona Terrace has so many fishermen. We find a lot of fishing poles, we find a lot of lures, we find a lot of beer cans, soda cans, things like that they set on the counter, and then the wind comes and just kind of tips it in.
Yeah. And there's no retrieving except
there's
if you got
no
scuba
retrieving
equipment.
Yeah,
there you go. Very interesting stuff, JoAnn. Thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
with us. And thank you so much for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time right here on Channel 57.